Hello, hey guys, it's Allison, and welcome to TOC Holiday Christmas Pajama Talk. How are you guys doing today? Oh my God, I had to watch not this week's, but last week's one more time. It was so exciting. Oh my gosh, some of my favorite chefs competed. I cannot wait to discuss with you guys. Oh, I can't wait. Okay, we'll have my panel of culinary experts joining in a second. Let's go ahead and it's happening. Someday it's going to happen and it's just going to go right on there. Ready? Oh,
Oh, that's amazing,
I
Michelle.
love it. Okay, we have to take
That
a
is
second
so
for the
good.
outfit. Okay, I want to see it. Stop.
It was
How did you do that?
ugly sweater day.
Oh my
That is
God, I love that.
amazing.
Michelle, you look incredible. I'm sorry, that is so cool.
I get
Oh
to
my
be the
God.
Grinch next week at one of our gatherings on campus.
Nice.
I mean, that just made my whole day. So, welcome,
That's
TOCers.
amazing.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Well, as you guys know, that's amazing. So as you guys know, it's TOC Pajama Talk. We are talking Tournament of Champions. Can I just say that this week is probably one of my favorites, I think, in TOC history. I have
It
to
was very
say, I
good.
mean, the caliber of the people, like, mind blown. I always ask it, but I'm going to ask it again. If you could kind of sum it up in a few words or one word, what would you sum up last week's competition? Bucko.
Shocking.
I would agree with that for sure. Michelle, what about you?
Um, Contradictory.
Ooh.
Okay, that's that them's fighting
Ooh.
words. I like that. I like well, okay. I want to dive right in. Okay, we had first of all, we saw the first golden gift being given out. And so that one went to the chefs with the highest amount. And we saw Graham and Giuseppe, they got the golden gifts. It's like they get to go on some cruises. I'm so jealous. It sounded awesome. Okay, so I thought that was really cool. So of course, then they're going against Dale the I was calling him the Boogeyman and the Dragon Slayer, Kevin. I was so excited to see this competition. Oh my God. Okay, we have to talk about it. So we do have the ingredients were the rack of lamb, the rhubarb, the cedar plank, the stuffed, and the mincemeat. Have you ever had mincemeat?
Hmm?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, did I write this right? It's dried fruit, brandy, and cow fat.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's really not meat. It's just fat, or it's
Allison, your
fat
face
from
is
meat.
saying everything right. You're just like, yeah, you're just
Okay.
okay. Yeah, sure.
You know,
I
I will literally get a jar of it to try. But go ahead. Sorry.
Get a small jar in case you don't like
guess
it.
what? Yeah,
Sure.
because I made the mistake as a kid once. I was at a party. I thought it was like a slice of chocolate cream pie, and it was mincemeat, and I was quite surprised at the lack of sweetness at this slice of pie.
So it was funny because I guess Guy tasted and he said it tasted like apple pie filling, but that to me, is that accurate or I don't know.
It's
I've
all
never
about
had
the
it.
spices.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about
Yeah.
the spices because, I mean, dried fruit, you're going to have the dried fruit, the brandy's rehydrating it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just think of it as like people use lard and butter to flavor things. So, kind of along that vein.
I mean, I would try it. I would try it. Okay, we got to
Yeah.
talk about the competition, you guys. Okay, so Kevin, so I want to have your opinion. So Kevin, I guess, does rack of lamb a lot. It sounds like he does it on the daily. So he did the smoked rack of lamb with the mincemeat dumplings,
Mhm.
and he did with the Dale doing the mochi. Am I saying that right? Mochi or
Mochi.
mochi?
Mochi.
Mochi
Mochi.
sesame rice balls. What did you think about those combinations? I'm gonna start with Michelle.
Good combinations, but if
Yeah.
in watching it, the balls didn't work out, he wound up having to turn it into cannoli. So,
Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I got to that. But yeah, I
well,
mean,
yeah,
oh God,
there was a
what did
lot
you
of
think about
pivoting
that?
this week. There's a
Yeah.
lot of
Okay.
pivoting.
A
So
lot of
on my
things.
notes, yeah, he did have to pivot to the cannoli. You're absolutely right. So what did you think about that? Like, he was able to, think on his feet, but when you saw those mochi balls not working, did you panic or were you like, of course Dale could handle it? You were like, of course.
I didn't know that he could handle it. It was depending on
Yeah.
what he pivoted to, but the clock is sometimes not your friend. If they had had a little bit more
No.
time to work through it, because they're trying to speed through some of these techniques. So he
Yeah.
might have been able to fix it at some point, but
Yeah.
I will say it was a smart pivot going to the cannoli, because that's
Yeah.
and then he could use the same filling.
You're absolutely right. Okay. I love the wig, right? I love the wig too. I totally agree. Oh my God. She's like killing it. All right. Bucko, what did you think? So obviously Michelle's absolutely right. He did have to pivot to the cannolis, but what did you think about Chef Kevin handling that rack of lamb like a pro?
It looked like a masterclass, to say the least. I mean,
So great.
I've cooked with lamb plenty. I haven't lately, mainly because
Mhm.
I'm not with my college buddies. We're splitting all the grocery bills, like four guys eating meat.
Yeah.
Marissa being a vegetarian, I'm not going to make her a rack of lamb, but
Yeah.
I just watching him cook that looked just perfect, for lack of a better word. I mean, it's one thing when somebody does something on the regular and can execute it. It's another when you're executing it under that pressure of on the time, in the competition, with weird ingredients, and you have to pull it all together. It was just amazing to watch.
Yeah.
So I got to give credit where credit's due, because that looked amazing.
I
Well,
love
yeah. And
Susan Finger's comment when Guy told them how long they have to do this. She's like, that's just mean.
Yeah,
40 minutes. So at least
40
they have,
minutes.
I guess it's 5 more minutes than last week. Is that correct?
5 more minutes than the first round. Yeah,
Oh my
but still,
God.
40 minutes for a rack of lamb is cruel.
That is really cruel. Oh my God.
Because I mean,
Okay.
you have to break it down at that point. It seems like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to. I'm like, I have so many notes here. It's like, okay, so I think Graham and Giuseppe, they were exactly what you just said. They did not do it whole. They portioned the ram so that they could save time with the cooking.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you're absolutely right. They did a beignets. Okay, these were obviously from the very beginning. They did a roasted rack of lamb, and they
Mm-hmm.
kneaded it. Oh, wait, it said need the fat. Oh, they really focused on the fat for flavor. I
Yeah.
wrote that note. They did a beignets. I wrote down merengue. That's not right. Merengue, meringues. Yes, I love that. Meringue. Excuse me. They did the pot de choux dough. And then beignets, they stuffed them with the mincemeat and the ricotta cheese. And I love, can I just say, thank you, Food Network. Do you remember when we've been asking for like really breaking it down? And I was so thankful they really broke down each of those. Like when Tiffany kind of, I want to hear your opinion from both of you about this, but basically she was like, wait, this is why they're doing it. This is how they're doing it. And it made it so clear. And I was so thankful for that. But yeah, okay. I want to talk overall. Michelle, what did you think about this round?
I think the round was close. I mean, it was 7 points, or sorry, 4 point spread.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that it was as spread out as the point show. Again, I want to see the caption breakdowns for each one.
Four. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I do think that Kevin and Dale cooked a little bit better this round than Graham and Giuseppe. But
Yeah.
the beignets were undercooked.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
had to laugh because they kept calling them donuts, and they are kind of donuts. But, tomato, tomato.
No, you know what? Wait, really quick, Michelle. I agree. I don't think that they're the same thing because it's like I'm not really a fan of donuts, to be absolutely honest, but I am a fan of beignets. Like I love beignets.
I
So
did
I
like how
do.
he sliced the rhubarb, though. I thought that was smart. I did
That was
agree
really
with him
cool.
on that.
Are you talking about the really thinly with
Yeah.
the?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
However, I do get
Yeah.
nervous when they were like with the mandolin without guards or anything. I'm like,
Mhm.
I'm
Yep.
glad they have practice.
Oh my gosh. But no, but you're right. I mean, so those were great. I mean, I know you're gonna have more notes. Matt, did you kind of have any notes like as we were going on with this round? It was crazy. I got so many notes. Oh my God.
I
I took like
really
7 pages
loved
of notes.
how we talked about
Yeah.
You mentioned the details we're getting from the Food Network.
Yeah.
Making the meringue by pouring the egg whites into hot simple syrup. That was a really clever trick that I've never thought of. And I'm
Yeah.
watching like, this makes perfect sense. This seems so easy to make a meringue this way. And it was
We're
just
from Indonesia. Hello. Go ahead. Sorry.
putting it all together. I'm like, this is it. This is a
Yeah.
clever solve for that. And I also made a note because they had the pancetta glazed Swiss chard.
Yeah.
I'm all for that. I love Swiss chard. and I think that pancetta would add a really great flavor to it.
Yeah.
I look at both of them together for the savory side seemed. I don't want to say they're almost like forced into the dish they made, but it felt like there wasn't an opening. Because we always joke with like chop, you have to solve the box.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
what combination of these can you use? If you have a rack of lamb, a cedar plank, stuffed, and mincemeat, you're gonna stuff something with mincemeat and smoke the lamb on the cedar plank.
Yeah.
And
So it really wasn't like
that's my gripe.
there wasn't a lot of room for creativity. Is that kind of what you're
Right.
saying? Where it's basically like, yeah, this is how you're gonna do it. And it's kind of
The
with
dessert's got the
flavors
creativity.
too. Yeah, I mean, like we'll talk about that. I agree with that as well as in the next round as well. I wrote down a lot about the mochi. You're right. It said the dough is like it's supposed to be like a starchy rice, and it's like you're supposed to be able to stretch it. That did not
Very
work.
glutinous.
Yeah. I thought that was really interesting. And then this was Kevin's. Okay, I don't think this is accurate but I please prove me wrong, guys. Is this the first time they've ever done dumplings? Hello. Dumplings on the Food Network on TOC. I don't think that's accurate.
No,
That
I
to
think it's
me.
accurate.
No,
I think
no.
Shirley Chung might have.
I was
Or
like,
may
Shirley
have.
Chung is the dumpling queen.
Yeah.
I was
She
like,
had to have
they
done
said that, and I was
dumplings.
like, wait a minute. Well, and then I love the dulce de leche. Like they have that a lot in San
The fourth
Antonio.
leche.
Oh, God, that looks. Did I say it right? Oh, God, it's so
Yeah.
good. Oh my God, that's so good. And then I like that he smoked the caramel. Like I thought that. Oh, with the
That was
just
clever. That's
yeah.
clever.
Do you feel like okay overall for the two teams? Did you feel that Dale and Kevin really took the randomizer to heart more than Graham and Giuseppe? Again, this is I guess I think was it Giuseppe's first time ever competing, and then this was Graham's first time on TOC. I want to say. I don't
That
know.
I don't
sounds
know.
right.
Oh, he likes the Blink 182 shirt. Yeah, I do too. But is that accurate?
I feel like it came down to just
Yeah.
little details. Because, I mean, if you look at the sweet versus sweet, head to head, you've got both of them getting a 36.
Yeah.
And I thought it was kind of cool. Like, it came down to just the savory. And, yeah, it was 4 points. But it could have been that, I mean, in Graham and Giuseppe's side, they were digging for not enough smoke.
Yeah.
The lamb was slightly under.
Yeah.
Those could add up to like 1 or 2 points each.
Yeah.
Combined with on the Kevin and Dale side, I mean, they had a better delivery. It was very well cooked, a good use of the mincemeat overall. They really, it felt like it was a game of inches that came down to just the savory side.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it was more
little
cohesive.
mistakes. Yeah. Also,
I have a
we got
gripe
it.
though.
Yeah.
I have a
Please.
gripe over put the super pattern floral plates and that they
You
both
didn't like
rounds
those?
grab. No, because it doesn't showcase the food.
That's true.
They're pretty dishes, but you can't showcase the food when it's a super cluttered background.
Yeah. And no, I didn't cut it. I just didn't brush it today. Sorry.
Also-
wait, I noticed how awesome your hair was because the messages were covering it. Incredible. Thank you, Frank. I agree. Oh my gosh. She always kills it.
I just came for Christmas. I took off my sweatshirt because it was so warm inside. But I have a little chemistry sweatshirt I was wearing.
Ooh.
It's in the other room. Damn.
I appreciate that.
Go grab
No,
it.
now I
Would be so
want it.
kind.
Marissa, you're going to have to bring it. Everyone's amazing. Oh my
She
God.
just shouted, "Should I go get it?"
Yes.
In the bedroom.
Tell Marissa, yes, please. Okay.
I got to throw out there before we move on from this one.
Please.
We got our liquid nitrogen for the week. As soon as I saw when Dale was making the rhubarb dulce de leche sorbet, he just jumped into liquid nitrogen. I was like, there it is for the week.
Yeah, he called them ice cubes at one point.
He basically, I cracked up. I mean, that was crazy. Like, I don't have anything to say. You know how okay, and he likes the way, okay, you have to see the chemistry shirt. So, do you have it? I want to see. Oh, stop. That's so cute. Which is funny, Frank, I don't know if you know this. Oh, he needs a Blink 182 sweater. So he's the chemistry professor. Are you chemistry, right?
Yep.
Okay. Oh my God, now you have
It
to
was the
wear
last day of classes today. Last day of classes, have a little fun.
Oh my
I am
God.
I am an associate professor outside of the tenure stream.
All righty
That's a
then.
oh, that's
It's
amazing.
a
Oh my,
it's a weird splitting of everything because long story short, they gave us the title promotion without tenure.
Totally understand.
chemistry. I get it. Well, I love that. And now you have to wear it for the rest of the episode because it's so cute. Okay. All right. So they did the cannoli. You're absolutely right. They used for the sorbet. It was the caramel sorbet,
Yeah.
which I loved. Okay. Then Graham freaking was like Mr. Fireman. He was like, he brought out the blowtorch with like the merengue marshmallows,
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
or not
Meringue.
merengue. God dang it. I just feel like dancing today. I think that's what it is. Oh, bye, Frank. See you later. I just feel like dancing. I think that's what it is. But the meringue, excuse me, with the marshmallows on the plank, I thought that looked great. Okay, so we have to
Sounds
talk
really
about the
good.
judges because we had some new judges today. I think, well, I
Yeah.
don't think we've seen Chef Judy Jew. She is Gordon Ramsay's. I didn't finish, but something for pastry chef, right? Pastry chef.
I think so,
She
yeah.
was she was something for Gordon Ramsay's, and then she was the first female Iron Chef in the UK. So basically, that's amazing. We had obviously Iron Chef Jeffrey Zakarian, who we love. He's on the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
I love that man.
The
And then we
kitchen,
had
shops, he's everywhere.
yeah. Then we had Susan Finnegar. She's the James Beard winner. She won the Julia Child Award. This woman's amazing. She's just
She
awesome.
loves acid.
God, she
Yeah, she
does.
does.
Jeez Louise. Okay, so let's talk about the two dishes. So basically, if we were going to talk about, let's talk about Dale and, oh my God, Kevin's dish first. I get Judy goes, I think that the chef must be Asian. And they were kind of cracking up about that. What did you think overall about the judging for the Dale dishes? I'm going to start with Matt on this one.
I think it was interesting.
Yeah,
The biggest knock they kind of had for it was
yeah,
they wanted more of the farmer's cheese in the cannoli,
yeah,
despite that not being a randomizer ingredient. It wasn't a whammy ingredient. It was saying,
yeah.
hey, you've showcased all these things you need to showcase, but why didn't you showcase the other thing? And that to me was kind of like one of those, you can go this way,
Yeah.
because I mean, the cannoli looked fantastic, first and foremost. That was a very clever pivot. And I did write down the one comment that Dale made of, I hope the judges understand it. Which it
Yeah.
seemed like this week we didn't see the explanation of like, this is how you're supposed to eat it. This is what we
Yeah.
want you to do with it. So I guess they figured it out, or they didn't show us that portion in the editing.
Yeah.
But it was weird that the comment was, great use of mincemeat, but it should be a little creamier. We want like a crema with this or something. When,
I think that was George that said that, I believe. You wanted
yes,
a crema? I believe, yeah.
it's one of those things like
Yeah.
all the things that they've done with the randomizer, it almost felt
It
like,
didn't
yeah,
matter.
you did the competition well, but make a better dish. So it felt a
Yeah.
little mixed bag because the biggest thing they were gushing on was
Yeah.
the perfect cook on the lamb. But I mean, you give Chef Kevin a rack of lamb, sounds like he can do it blindfolded.
God, it looks so good. I mean,
It really did.
I agree. I think, they did say they wanted more of the cheese. They wanted more of the rhubarb. I believe that was from, I said George, but I'm not sure about that.
Jeffrey.
Judy said, that the mandu, del, mandu? Delish. Mandu was delish. Mandu? I'm not know if
Mandy.
I'm saying.
Mandy, it's a dumpling.
Okay, yeah, the dumplings
I
were
think they wanted
delish.
more sour in there because the
Mm.
rhubarb
Which,
would have given more sour.
yeah, maybe that's it. Okay, so then we have to talk. This is the one that surprised me. I was surprised how I wasn't gonna say negative, but that's not the right word, but not positive they were
Yeah.
with the dishes. I felt it was very like I know that they edit one way or the other, but I felt like this one showcased a lot more of the, oh, I wish this is improved. I wish this is improved versus in past when we've seen Giuseppe and we've seen Graham.
Yeah.
It's been so positive, positive, positive. Because I mean, again, they had the highest score. They had that 87.
Yeah.
I saw with George, I'm going to say George, like we're in first. George, he said it was undercooked and he wanted more smoke. And that was another thing, I believe Judy or Susan, one of them said it needed more of that smoke as well. What did you guys think? I'm gonna start with Michelle on this one.
I think it was Judy Juice said that one,
Yeah.
but Susan also said that the smoke was really light. So I'm
Yeah.
not sure if it there was a disconnect, like maybe one was more smoked than the rest, just
Mm.
depending where it was at on the
Yeah.
heat. Yeah, and they all like the mincemeat jam. So it's kind of
Weird.
and maybe due to editing, I don't know, but it just
Yeah.
seems like there's some warring factions. But again, the mincemeat
Yeah.
and the smoked Italian meringue, I agree with Matt, that was a brilliant idea to do the Italian meringue because it'll hold shape a little bit better too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Graham looked like he was kind of tired because when this was filmed, this was
Did.
in August and we were going through 100-degree, spate in
Yeah.
California at the time. They're inside, but still, getting there.
Yeah.
Still pretty toasty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just feel like sometimes the editing, there's a disconnect between what we're seeing on the plate versus some of the comments.
Yeah.
And I
And
would
it's
love to see the breakdown, like I said, of the subcategories to see which part
Yeah.
of the plating, randomizer, or taste fell short for the
even if they just show it on the screen, just even like a
Yeah.
2-second like would be
Like
great.
show us the sweet savory and then flip it.
Yeah.
They always have the graphics for the other TOC seasons. This is just sweet savory, and that's who wins.
But if
We
you
went from the Tales Food
throw
Network
some other
to
show at the
fans.
bottom.
Yeah. Well, and we had, so obviously this one was broken down. The savory, someone scored 38 out of 50. Obviously,
Yep.
that's be George, that's not right, Giuseppe and Graham. And then they 42 out of 50 for Kevin's dish. And then sweet was tied. So it was 36 out of 50 for both. And so basically it was a 74 to 78, and then Dale and Kevin. So we had the Boogeyman and the Dragon Slayer slayed two of who I honestly thought was going to take the entire competition. I was very surprised.
I was in the same boat.
Yeah.
One thing I was
not disappointed, but very surprised.
One thing I was surprised about with the judging is with the use of the cedar plank, it almost felt like the randomizer gave two styles you had to incorporate. Because the biggest complaint wasn't, they did mention for the dessert for Graham and Giuseppe, they don't taste the cedar as much.
Yeah.
But in every case, it was talking about the smoke content, how smoky it was. Smoky wasn't the style.
It was
Stuffed was the style.
Right.
And I understand, like, you have a cedar plank, but you can use a cedar plank and not have it be smoky.
Could they have used cedar chips? Like, I know, like, is that what they used in this? Do you know what I'm saying? Because would that have changed I don't know. Like,
if it were chips, you'd have to use a smoking gun.
And
I bet they got one of those.
Wanting the plank specifically, but again,
you could roast on a plank. Like, you can do salmon on a plank.
I'm just thinking.
We had the discussion before. Like, they're coming in with this mindset of what they think it should be instead of what the randomizer says it is. So again, contradictory.
Well, and then it's like, just in my head, just thinking about it, cedar chips, it's like definitely have more of that smoky. So it's kind of like
right. Cedar chips, you're not going to eat those. You're going to throw them either in a hotel pan with something above it, or you're going to put them in a smoking gun, or just under something to infuse that smokiness.
Well, even in the same way that they did it with like I want to call it the double broiler, but that's not the right term. But like when they smoked it like that, like you could have just smoked it over cedar chips. Like, I don't know. That was my question.
I saw cedar plank, and my first thought was, independent of everything else in the randomizer, throw a salmon fillet on that sucker on the grill.
They're just making it for lunch.
We're in finals week now. We're starting finals week on Monday. I'm going to be home a lot more cooking, so. We're our last day of classes.
2 weeks.
Oh, God. Well, first of all, break a pencil to you and break a pencil to you. That's what we say before tests because we get really excited. I don't know where my mom is. She usually is on here, but okay, break a pencil, break a pencil. Okay, we have to talk about this last one. I literally spit out my drink, and I was excited. Okay, it was crazy. We had Iron Chef Alex Vernicelli. We had Antonia, who is our reigning TOC champ. We had, I'm Team Brit, but like Marcel and Tobias, who are like, they're very close to my heart. I am like, we had them. I thought they were going to go down, even though I absolutely love them. But the way that they were doing their interviews, I was like, they're goners. Like, they were like, oh, good job, bud. And I was like, they're gone. They're gone. But they were, we don't know. We'll talk about it in a second. Okay, so we have scallops, sweet potato, Abel skeever. I'm not saying that right, Michelle. How do you say it?
Abel skeever.
It is all right.
Able
Okay, Abel
Skeever. Yeah.
Skeever. The 72 pronunciations from Marcel just cracked me up.
Okay, so I want to know. Okay, these
Yeah.
Tobias and Marcel they're very experienced chefs.
Yeah.
What the heck? He's saying he had no clue what an Evil Skeever pan is. Oh, it's like
Yeah.
cast iron. No kidding.
But
I
it's like
love how he described
cast
it like
iron with
that.
like a curved bottom. Like I'm not gonna lie. I looked at the Able Skeever pan, and my first
Yeah.
thought was I could run a whole bunch of reactions in round bottom flasks in that thing.
Well, so they
Yeah,
didn't do
I love
that
it.
to a takoyaki pan, which is pretty much the same thing
Yeah.
too.
That's true.
But
Takoyaki
I
pan
have
is
two. I
basically the
have an
same thing.
aluminum one and a cast iron one. It's like I'm in California. I know
A
what they are.
takoyaki. I don't know what a takoyaki plan is. Okay.
It's pretty much the same
Oh,
thing.
it's for
I'm
octopus
now going
balls.
to
It's just
use that.
octopus balls instead of round like pancake balls.
Oh, that actually sounds really good. Okay, well now I need
But
a takoyaki, but I do have an Able Skeever,
you
Able Sky.
can't eat octopus. Octopus have emotions and think and remember
Oh,
and
that's
solve
right. That's right. We
problems.
weren't going to say that. Okay, well, I'm not going to use my takoyaki plan, but I will have my Able Skeever pan because I have one of those. Because I love Able Skeevers, Able Skivers, Able Skeevers. What was it?
It's like watching Marcel
Now
all
I'm
over
thinking like,
again.
oh, dang it. Okay.
Able Skeever.
Also, Able Skeever. Okay. Also, sour and hibiscus are like sour is like my jam. I love sour, and hibiscus is one of my favorite flavors of tea. So it was like Able Skeever. Thank you, Able Skeever,
Evil skeever.
Evil
which
Skeever.
they
Okay.
called it
Evil. EVIL. Evil.
Evil
E-
Skeever. Evil Skeever.
yep. If you don't know what you're doing with
Evil
it, it's an
Skeever.
evil skeever pan.
Evil Skeever pan. Okay, I can do that. Okay, which this one was so
Evil.
surprising to me. Oh, I like that. Okay, it's so surprising to me because basically they made the same dish. I know that they
Yeah.
did assortments, but they basically did. They did the seared scallops, both teams in that plan, and and they both made them. Like both say that dessert. It's only because Marcel pronounced it 7 different times when I was taking notes, and I was like, well, maybe it's that way. So, okay. I can't. I thought I wrote like 7 notes, but I thought it was funny. Tobias, what was surprisingly, it was different in techniques, and I want your opinion on this. So basically, I want to go Tobias and then I believe it was Antonia how they did their scallops because Chef Guy pointed out that Antonia did it correctly because she was I'm gonna use it like this pressed down on the scallops, whereas Tobias it was like he really focused on the sides, but he didn't really focus on the middle. Did you guys notice that? I'm gonna start with Michelle. What did you think about that? Because like obviously it came down to inches on this one.
Antonia cooked the scallops a lot better, got a nice
Yeah.
sear on them by doing that.
Yeah.
Tobias, his scallops looked underdone. It had the ring around the edges, but
Yeah.
they looked underdone. I'm not sure what dish it was, but and this is back to the contradictory.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Zakarian said something like it looked yummy or was yummy, but he took a bite, had it, and didn't want to go back. So I don't know if it was that
That was
or the
Tobias's
curry.
dish. That
And
was the curry.
Yeah.
and if you're having a seared scallop, a hard sear, or he did the curry,
Yeah.
you're going to want a harder sear on it just so it can stand up to the curry to give you more texture.
Yeah.
So I think Antonia did a lot better job. I don't agree with the judging on this one.
Well, yeah, I didn't write down the scores. That was the one thing I missed. We're going to talk about that in a second, but I did not write down the scores. So I know obviously who won, but I did not write the scores. Matt, what did you think about the
Yes.
two techniques with that? With the
I thought it
scallops?
was very interesting, especially like Michelle said,
Yeah.
going into a curry
Yeah.
without the hard sear, the full surface.
Hmm.
You're gonna end up with a mixture of textures. Like I can almost feel gummy. I was afraid of because if your center isn't seared and you're plunking it into a curry, that sauce is gonna just ruin all the crispiness.
Yeah.
But if you don't have the crispiness, you're kind of losing out on the texture battle. Which is why when Chef Antonio is pushing it down, I mean, I always tell even my lab students when you're heating something, you want full contact with the heating element. I mean, even thinking back to when you were on Worst Cooks there, Allison,
Yeah.
think back to whenever you put something hot in a pan, you want raucous applause. You don't want to
Mhm.
hear like a half-hearted outer sizzle.
Hooray.
Yeah, you want like you want a full sear on that thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was genuinely curious because I went back and forth on this cook until I saw the end result. I was worried that pushing them down like that would cause them to dry out more.
Oh,
It's like
see, I
saying
see.
when you cook like a burger or a steak or some kind of like especially red meat, when you're pressing it down, yeah, you'll get a better sear, but you lose some of the juiciness of the protein. So that was my concern about pushing it down. But then when even Guy was going, no, like you really want to push these down in the evil skeever pan, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, maybe I'm in the wrong. I will not pretend to know better than the chefs.
Well,
If you
it
guys
was
lose me, I apologize. Apparently, my phone has low charge. I just got a
Oh
warning. So
no.
okay.
if I
Well, we'll
disappear,
move to really fast. Basically, I want to say really quickly because I want you to because I want to talk about the. We'll just skip to the ending, but we'll talk about like how crazy it was that Iron Chef Alex Gordon was like low on time. Oh my God, we'll talk about it in a second. But my first time I had scallops was when I lived in France, and basically my chef or my chef mom, my host mom made them for me. She didn't tell me what they were, but they basically handed me in a salad, and they're like, "Eat these." They didn't tell me. I didn't know that they were seafood until I came home, but I was like devout. I thought they were the best. Oh my God, I was like, I want scallops. I had no clue they were seafood until I came home. Loved them because I was like, Mom, make me scallops, and she's like, I'm not making you scallops. Anyway, all right. Can we talk about Iron Chef Alex Guarnaschelli literally coming down 2 seconds? What
Yeah.
did you think about that? I'm gonna start with you, Michelle, just in case you drop out.
great. She was really stressed. There's
Yeah,
some. She seemed behind the eight ball too today. So again, maybe they just tired. The
yeah.
ingredients. I loved it. Antonia's poof with all the
Was that too much? I mean, it looked good, but
no, because they
no.
had sour as one of their things, so they needed
Yeah.
that
You
powder on
need
there.
zip, yeah.
Is it kind of like a salt or not salty, a really, really like tangy powder, like a that kind of powder? I've never seen that kind of powder.
I think they made it.
Hey, Mr. Spooky. Excuse me.
No, I don't know.
I don't have
And
a
I
voice
have
today.
one thing I noticed. I'm thinking about this. So
Yeah,
Tobias and Marcel had spicy. They had the spicy curry
yeah.
Yeah.
and sour. So when you have a sour beer, you're supposed to take a little bit and wait a minute, and then before you take the next sip, so you get acclimated.
Mhm.
So maybe the
Oh,
spice and sour level of their dish knocked out the
Ooh.
level of sourness in Alex and Antonia's.
oh, you might have a meal. That's so exciting. That's so cool. Okay, no, maybe that's true. I mean, I don't know. I felt like Iron Chef Alex Guarnaschelli was just off. It was like she, was pivoting and just like she couldn't. And basically, like I love that Chef Antonia like had to finish. She was like, no, I got to get this stuff on the plate. But it was like when they were literally injecting the April Springers
Donuts.
at the very last
They call
minute. I
those
was like,
donuts, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
I've never seen Alex in competition form be that like I can't talk. Don't talk to me. I have to. She
that
did
was
I've
that a
from
seen
couple of
it.
14
times.
minutes
I've seen it.
on. Oh,
Yeah,
you have seen it? I've
I've
never
never
In
seen it.
seen it.
Alex versus America, there are some
Yeah.
episodes where you can just tell she's not on her A game.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll also say this because
Yeah.
Chef Alex on her B game
Yeah.
is still better than me on my very best day,
She's
bar
amazing.
none.
Yeah.
But you can see, as soon as she said she was struggling and couldn't talk, I got very nervous because I've seen in the past, mainly on
Yeah.
that Alex versus America, where it's her versus three other renowned chefs at a time on a
Yeah.
3v1. If
Or
she's
six on
off her
one.
game, or a 6-on-1, when she's off her game,
It's hard.
she knows it. And that's the worst thing. Is like you could
Yeah.
tell when she said, "I can't talk right now. Please go away."
Yeah.
She was a lot nicer than I've been in the kitchen when somebody does that. She's like, "Hey, let's talk." I'm like, "I am chopping things. I'm holding a knife. You step away."
They told me
But in
on
her
Voice
case,
Cooks, they were like, don't talk, you can't handle it. Like, I remember,
and
like, no.
she
No.
looked flustered. She wasn't on her A game,
Yeah.
and it was funny because I do want to point out one thing. I want to get Michelle's opinions in case we lose her.
Yeah.
We go from the very beginning in the trailers to, oh, we're going to call their producer and talk smack to them.
God, I love that. God, I
I
love that.
died laughing. But then Marissa would kill me if I didn't point this out. Did either of you notice the emotional support Christmas tree during the judging for Chef Antonio and Chef Alex? They were
No.
holding this little Christmas tree they had in the trailer, and they passed it back and forth for whoever was being judged.
Well, they're still number one in my book.
No.
I don't care
Oh
how
yeah.
Round came out.
I mean, can we just talk about, okay, what was the final breakdown? Like, because I know we're going to lose you in a
I
second.
have the breakdown.
38 to
Please.
43 for savory, 41 to 37 on sweet. So the A team got 40. They won the sweet, and then it was 79 to 80 on the total. So I want to see the breakdown again, the subcategories to see what happened.
But I mean, to knock out Antonia and to knock out Alex, it's like,
well,
I mean, amazing.
It was a
so
1-point
excited,
game.
But
well, Antonia had perfectly cooked scallops.
Yeah.
They did say they weren't cooked or they weren't sour enough. The donuts were cooked well.
Yeah.
They didn't like the plating of the dessert. Again, that kind of, I would have picked a different plate. I agree, but other than that, it looked delicious.
Did they like they didn't like the plating on Antonia's or on
Alex's?
On Alex's, okay.
Yeah.
But I go back to Zakarian going, it was yummy, but I took a bite and I didn't want to go back. And to me, that's a negative. That's a huge negative because if you're only going to have one bite, you can't rate it higher. And I think it was on the savory dish.
Yeah.
I want to push back on that against you there, Michelle, just only because in competition play, especially with the randomizer, I would go as far to say you don't have to like every dish, but you have to acknowledge that it's well put together and balance things like that. Because in competition, I can imagine there are dishes they don't like. I mean, we've seen the opposite end of like, can I get a doggy bag for this to go? Or last year's TOC with one of Jet Tila's dishes of, hey, it's great he served this in a takeout box because I'm taking it with me.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to like every dish in competition.
But we've never seen that type of comment, and
That's true.
that team win the round.
True.
So
that is also true. But that could just be clever editing. I mean, they may have said that before. We've never seen it.
Again, I got to give it to the editors this round, just because I thought Alex and them had it. I'm very excited about Tobias and Marcel. And Marcel, like their bromance, like it cracks me up. I just love it, and it makes me so happy. And like Marcel, like I know sometimes when I feel cool, and it's like when he came out and he was like he feels cool, guys. Like I think it's so fun to watch.
I have changed my tune on Marcel so hard from when I first saw him in competition cooking. And I have a friend who I was talking to them, and we were going back and forth like, Marcel seems like he's severely matured as both a chef and a person in his cooking, because there was something that was really nice. We was talking to Tobias saying, I am honored that you picked me for your team. Like I'm here because of you. Mm-hmm. And all I can think of was way back in the day, Top Chef Marcel. He would never have said something that humble. And the two of them, I'll say it right now. I think they could be the Cinderella story to take it all at this point.
God, I hope. That would be so exciting. Oh my God.
There's a great comment they made at the top of the episode. Saying, all we came to do was win one just to prove to ourselves that we could do it. That is that mentality of just like, I'm imagining like they just won again. They had was it two or three more cooks until the finale?
Here's why I'm kind of interested. Why was Michelle's in his interview his thing blue instead of white? Is that like? I mean, I don't know. That I wrote that down, and I wanted to ask: was that like he got so much crap on his white, like he had to change it? Like it might be that he literally got stuff and he wanted to look nice.
It could be.
I thought that was weird because I was like, because I mean I know obviously I get that, but I'm asking like was that a choice, Marcel?
I'll have to go back and watch that again.
Like was that a choice? I don't know. Okay.
Chef Marcel, tell us, please hit us up in our DMs.
He's gonna be like, hell no, guys. No, but guys, I love doing this. I cannot wait till next week. I know you're just gonna die. I'm so excited. This was such a wonderful time. First of all, good luck on final starting, and we will meet next week to talk more.
Same bat time. Well,
what?
Regular bat time, regular bat channel, not 2 days later bat channel.
We'll figure out a consistent time eventually.
And then also we have new worst cooks. We'll talk about that next time. We'll talk about it next time. We have plenty to say. All right, we'll talk soon. Bye, guys.
Bye, buddy.